Hello and welcome. It's no surprise that the modern laptops of today's age are taking the ports that are available generally on historically more powerful laptops and sending them the way of the dodo bird, which means we now have a requirement and a real need for display docks, USB 4 docks, and DisplayLink type docks like I have here. Today I've got one here from TobenONE. So I'm going to be giving you my full rundown here of what I believe this device has to offer. This is a quad display 4K 60Hz dock on Windows or a triple 4K 60Hz display on Mac computers here. So let's do the unboxing and let's see what's inside. All right, up front and center, we've got some literature. So it's talking about thank you. There's some warranty information, and here are the port layouts for this particular device. And of course, it says 4K 60 Hz at on the 3 HDMI ports, and the last one here can go 8K 30 Hz with a single port connection. So we'll talk about all the different connectivity options a little bit later here in this video. And of course, we've got a chart here which tells you the different dual, quad, and triple monitor setups and what resolutions are supported via what ports. Very nice and handy to have that on board, not have to go somewhere to download a manual. All right, let's see. What have we here? Some cardboard packaging, it looks like. So, okay. Here we are. Okay, and I love the fact that cables are all included. So this one here is a USB-C to Type-C cable. That's an absolute must for powering on this device. I assume this is going to be plugged in either to the power brick or this will be the connectivity here to our actual PC. So it's nice that they've included a nice USB cable. It isn't braided, however, but it seems like it's very sufficient quality. I'm sure it can handle quite a lot of bends here. So that's there. We also have included a power plug. So this one is powered by 120 watt wall wart. And up front here we have, I believe this is the dock. Let's take this out. And here is the dock itself. So beautiful industrial design here. I love this metallic look. It's all metal. The entire chassis is metal here. So up, top, front. And this one has feet for standing this up. So the orientation is like so. And it's sturdy enough and it's hefty enough that I believe if you have all the cables connected, hopefully it will stand up on its end like this. The one issue I had with the DP1310 from BCreatus at BenQ is that standing it up in vertical orientation was a little bit tricky once you connected all the cables because they tended to drag it down. So perhaps a little bit cable management, but this one seems heftier than that device. We'll have to compare and see if this one can stand on its own once all of these cables here are connected. And finally, a big 120 watt power supply here to power this device, and of course all the peripherals that are attached to it, as well as the laptop that you'll be plugging this into for charging purposes. So it can charge laptops at up to 99 watts of power delivery. So this is quite easy. Search on Google for DisplayLink. This is a free driver installation. You head over to this page here, go over to your particular operating system. As you can see here, it's supported by a lot of different operating systems, including Linux, and I've tested these devices on Linux as well. The BCreatus dock from BenQ also works on Linux due to its being available with DisplayLink drivers, and so does the TobenONE here. So we'll click Windows, we'll download our Windows installer here, and we'll go to USB graphics. This is the latest iteration. As you can see, it's updated quite frequently. So we'll download this one, click accept. Got a quick short download here of our DisplayLink driver to run our dock. And of course, we're going to click run, select yes. And now I'm going to be testing this here. In this case, I'm showing it off with a desktop PC. Of course, later I'll also show this being used and connected with a laptop PC as well. You can certainly use it on both. There's no particular reason you have to use it with one or the other. As long as you have an available USB Type-C port that's 3.2 Gen 2 or higher, you should be able to get the best experience from this as well. Now, keep in mind, once you install the DisplayLink graphics driver, you also have the additional option to go to the Microsoft Store and grab this DisplayLink manager if you so choose. Installing on macOS is a very similar story. First, you search for the DisplayLink drivers downloads, head over to the Synaptics site, and scroll down until you see macOS. As you scroll down here, you'll see the DisplayLink manager, and it'll be mentioning all of the different OS versions that are supported, Sequoia, Sonoma, and so on. Click the download button. read through the terms, hit accept, and you'll get the package downloaded to your PC, to your Mac rather. Open up the installer to run the installation for the DisplayLink Manager. Follow through here, approve or agree to the terms and conditions, click the install button, and the installation will proceed. May ask you for your admin password to do so. Please go ahead and do that. And after it's completed, it will also ask you for a few different permissions here because macOS has a few extra security features built right into it. So the first thing you'll be asked to do is to allow the DisplayLink Manager to use the screen recording functionality. You'll have to go into the system preferences here and allow that permission. Make sure you to do that, entering your admin password to allow to make this change in settings. Once you've confirmed this, you'll also be asked to allow the DisplayLink Manager to quit and reopen. It will relaunch in just a moment. Once it is relaunched, you'll be asked for one more password, and this permission here is to allow the DisplayLink Manager to manage your screen displays. You'll need to grant this permission in order for the DisplayLink Manager to use the USB output. Now for the easiest part of this entire process, getting the laptop connected with a single cable connection from my TobenONE dock here. I plug it into my ThinkPad X1 Carbon here. This is a little bit an older laptop device, but it supports USB Thunderbolt 3. Once I plug this in here, I've got my 4K monitor and my other monitor fired up in just a jiffy. One thing that you want to take note of here is that if you try to plug this into a Mac OS or even into a PC and want to use this as a boot monitor, it's not going to work because you have to get the drivers to activate. So in this case here, I'm demonstrating with the Mac Mini M4, the latest generation. Stay tuned for that review coming soon and get subscribed for that content. But yeah, if you try to use this as a boot device or a boot monitor with your Mac Mini, it does not seem to work. I tried a few different ways in different configurations and a different variety of ports, but I was not able to get this to boot. So you have to have one HDMI port connected to a monitor, and you can use the dock here to connect and extend to additional displays. So just something to take note of. Perhaps it's a driver issue, but I was not able to get this work. Perhaps something for TobenONE to focus on to improve the experience with the Mac Mini. This is a very easy thing to solve. Head over to your browser on your Mac OS and we'll do a search for DisplayLink Manager Mac OS extension. On the link that comes up, click and open the page. Head down to option number 6, which will take you to some instructions on how you can install this macOS extension. The download link is actually built right into the DisplayLink Manager extension. So you'll actually download it from the panel that lives in the DisplayLink Manager dock icon in your top right of your macOS system. So if you head over there, it will show you once you've clicked the download link, downloaded the extension and installed it, you'll see here that under DisplayLink Manager, it shows that it's installed. And we now have the option we can activate launch automatically after login. This will enable your DisplayLink TobenONE dock as soon as you've reached the macOS login screen. And it's very easy to demonstrate here. Once you've done that, you've got basically your dock activated in all the different ways possible. Very easy single cable connection here to your macOS with the TobenONE dock. And we'll see here that my external peripherals such as my mouse, my keyboard, and any external displays I may have connected to the dock are instantly activated. And just very, very simple and quick, easy setup here. So lots of joy and lots of fun. Well done. Seeing that the TobenONE dock also graces us with a micro SD card slot and a full-size SD card slot, we thought we'd give you here a speed test of copying data off of the SD card here. We're starting off with a very, very respectable burst speed here, but very, very quickly it settles into around the 140 to 150 mark. Using just a standard UHS 2 V90 card here for SD to copy and transfer the footage off of my cameras. Very nice and very handy feature to have here. I don't need to tuck under the table because most desktops do not include an SD card. My experience using this docking station has been spectacular. I forgot I even had it. Once set up, it's quite stable. Every time I restarted, shut down, or powered on my computer, it recognized instantly it had no issues. I was able to plug one cable into my laptop or my desktop, depending on which device I preferred to use, and voila. Having my SD card and keyboard and mouse dongles plugged in, it was a breeze to get my preferred desk setup and peripherals operating with multiple systems in just a single cable connection. The same was also true for the newest addition to my desk, the new Apple Mac M4 Mini. The simplicity was so great and has made the TobenONE UDS 033C dock a staple and an essential tool in my tech arsenal. If you're looking to expand your port selection and need a versatile dock, then you should be considering this dock from TobenONE. The build quality was superb, the setup was easy as can be, download the drivers, install, plug in, and you're operational in just a few minutes. Plus the compact size makes it suitable for travel should that need come up. Well, that's all I have to say in this video. A special thanks and shout out to TobenONE for sending out this dock for review. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you did, please click the like button. Also click subscribe and tap the notification bell icon to be the first to know when there's new content available here. Subscribing does not cost you anything, but really helps this channel rank on the YouTube algorithm and helps us grow so that we may continue to bring you more content in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.